Hello everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I was not ready. I knew that it was happening somewhat, but I'm not ready. Remember, we know, right? We know about this lady and what she's capable of and what a monster she is, but we're not supposed to know because we're technically people that have never met her before, because this is the first time I believe we've ever seen her. Anyway, I'm not cool with this at all, and I'm worried. But let's see what she has to say. I am going to cross-examine this lady like there is no tomorrow. You just wait and see. All right, running from the crime, lady. Tell me about this. It's probably all lies.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
I don't think so. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. Wow, aren't you supposed to be helping me? To the people that were upset that I didn't realize who this was, I thought maybe it was a related thing, but I'm waiting to see. Waiting to see the game give it to me. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ha! That's what I like to hear. All right there, Miss Faye, your cross-examination if you please. Yeah, I'm getting to it. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. We've got this. I think I know what it is, actually. Running from the crime. I'm going to try to press a couple of things and see what happens because I was too afraid to do that, I think, in the last one. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Tell me about that. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Actually, maybe he did fall.
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. That's right, because she was all clean. I mean, we already established that part, didn't we? If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. No, I never want to hear you say that again. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. No need to be so rude. You know what's rude? You dressing like Austin Powers. Now, I see now why you put that coat up on your wall, but although I don't really know why you'd want to keep looking at it and reminding yourself of the time when you were a rude-ass bitch to me. Well, there, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
I'm not buying that. We're one step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that? Then he carried her over to the car. Okay. You personally witnessed that?
Yes.
Did anything strange happen when he did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf? Her words match with what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. You just hang on there. Suppose the only way that he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Now, wait a minute now. The thing that's weird about this is how could she have seen him past a certain part on the bridge? And I'm wondering, is that what we need to go for? I think it might be. Let's look at this real quick. If they were standing in the middle and he carried her off to the car, at some point, right where the Eagle River is, she would have lost sight of them entirely. So how did she see him put... I bet that's it. She didn't see him put her in the trunk at all. Oh, girl! Why the heck you lying? I'm gonna have to do that a lot, aren't I? A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Yep, dump her in the river. Pitch her. That's right. Well, what is it? Look at this map of the area, and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. That's right, you hold on to that. Hold on to your boobs. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Mm-hmm. That is right. Order there! I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. Well, I don't care for your face, but you don't see me saying shit about it. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body in the river. Ugh! Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. What, your coat? It's really not your color, darling. I mean, it's your color, I guess. But man, I'm glad you got rid of it later. It's the yellow and the blue that's throwing me off. I don't like it. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in a river herself. Wow! He's got some fucking sass on him! Boy, you need a good slap in the mouth. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. She didn't see it. If you put her past the rock, she didn't see anything. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. I don't think so. But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. What now? Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. I'm gonna yell at you in a minute. Jeez. It's hard to like him when he's this awful. But I still do, haha.
All right, I'll do my best.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Alright. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Wait, so is this all revised except that first part? He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Okay, yeah, so this is the revised part here. He broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body. Hang on, where's the picture of her in the trunk? Let me look at that. Doesn't look like it was tampered with. Is that keys in there? I can't see. Actually, you know what? No, it's not this one. It's what I said before, I bet. It's this, isn't it? Again. She couldn't have seen him do that. Like I said before. She can't see it. I'm going down the wrong path here. I gotta be careful. Because I just said it and I forgot. Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. Crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at this diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car. This outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Ah!
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Ah!
What now? I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
Flip! I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. That's right. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. That's right, because if she did see, why didn't she take pictures of the other events? You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car? Hold on to your... Oh no, there it goes. The gust of wind broke everything. Order in the court. What's the meaning of all this ballyhoo? What you gotta say, pretty boy? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. I don't think so. Don't even try that mess with me. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Don't fall for this crap. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just say that. I'm gonna give you that waggy finger later, boy. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yeah, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair.
This is the Judge Judy would not have 2 seconds of this. Can we just agree on that? Huh, save the tears for later, kitten. Man, you ain't even helping me.
Mr. Armando?
Would she really be calling him Mr. Armando? If they were dating, though, it's a bit weird. Don't look back until the trial's over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. Killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell us, how did you know that? How did you know that he broke into the trunk? Oh, I see exactly what he's spinning now. Aha! Until you can explain how you knew it, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. That's right. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk.
How the frick did she see that from where she was at, though?
I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
Because you were there doing all the shit, messing up crap and stuff. Let me see that there photo. It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. Why was that all in caps? It's obvious that the trunk been broken open. Well done, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here.
What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Let's think about this. Let me see something real quick. What do we have? Witness photo. Okay. Has a timer function. It has a timer function! She set the camera up to take a picture of them on the bridge and she was over by the car, wasn't she? Oh yeah! Okay. It doesn't work. I'm gonna go with that for now and see what happens. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches? The question is when? When did you get a chance to see them?
When did you? When you were there? Fucking it all up then?
Oh, sorry, I swore. Finally, I've got her. Ha! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. For what? Anyway. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation.
The reason the witness had seen the scratches was she happened to be passing by. She put the corpse in herself. Well, she's definitely not the owner of the car because we already know that it was stolen from a couple. She wasn't passing by. She put it in herself. You know that girl's a killer. You know she did that shit. Doing it. There's only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what was it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself.
Oh yeah, Edgeworth, you speechless now, boy.
The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see. Flip.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. It couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! There goes her bra. Oh, shit. Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? It's got a timer on it. The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. That's right. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Do we just show the camera then? That's what I'm going to present. Oh, that is the worst. That is awful, you guys. It is simply awful. I don't think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at her camera. It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Almost as if the camera was brought just to take this picture. Yeah, remember? How convenient that she had no other pictures. What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question will also make I know exactly what. I think I do. My first thought is that she's the one that stabbed her. Has to be. Well then, please answer the question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Oh no, I'm right about this, aren't I? I'm right about this. This is gonna seem crazy. She was right here, wasn't she? She's like the master of pretending to be other people. Doing it. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order, Miss Fay, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. Boom! Oh, cool. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the... She set it all up. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. Oh god, no. I never want to hear that again. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. She was standing in for her. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in the photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. Yep, and her demeanor makes me think that I'm right. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. He didn't come to kill her, remember? In what his statement he gave to us, he came to meet her, and we're supposed to believe that he's telling the truth, right? And Melissa Foster is still here, she's not dead. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary, He also asked her to wear the scarf to identify her, so she must not have known that well.
He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. Yep, I'm gonna present that scarf. Because if he really knew what she looked like, he wouldn't have asked her to wear a scarf to identify in the first place. So that's what I'm going with. Hell yes!
Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. Ah! It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left.
Oh, you got no words now, do you?
In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne.
What you gonna say now, girl? You gonna finally admit who you are? It's hard, because we as people know who she is already.
Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
No! God. Did she just faint? Oh. Uh-oh. Oops. Wasn't me. Didn't do it. Now what? Ugh. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. What now?
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the true criminal.
Huh. Does he not believe it? Must be more to this than just that, or this will be over really quick. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again there. Until then, courtesan would you guys be okay with a shorter video today? I didn't time these very well because I've been so ill lately that I haven't been so sure about how long my voice can hold out, and obviously today I've actually streamed, so my voice is pretty tired. Defense and the prosecution are instructed to wait in the lobby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. I wonder if there's going to be any banter in there. Let's maybe wait and see. Very well, the court's in recess. Let's see what happens in there real quick. Oh, shoot. Nope. We don't even get anything. Ah, crap. Oh, no. I hate it when this happens. My only worry is that I'm not sure how much longer the other stuff will be, so I'm going to keep it, I think. I am very sorry about this. I hope this small video has entertained you in some way besides. And in the next one, I guess we're going to cross-examine her some more, because we've definitely got her in a place we want her, but there's no way we can just get her now, because we haven't done any investigation or anything, so this is obviously far from over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!